A secret file with your name just reached Sheikh Hamdan. Open it before it's deleted. You don't even understand what you've done to me, do you? You move in your world, thinking you're invisible to the eyes that matter. But I see everything, every silence, every distance, every attempt you make to slip out of the place you've carved inside me. And yet here you are, standing in my fate even when you're nowhere near me. This file, it's not just information. It's the proof that I've been watching the one person I should have never wanted. You think I'm a man who loses control. You're wrong. I give it up only for you. You're not in front of me right now, but your presence is louder than any breath in the room. Do you have any idea what it means when something with your name reaches my table? It means I've allowed you into a life that no one touches unless I let them. And you walked in without even asking. You made me cross lines I drew in my own blood. I shouldn't even be speaking to you like this. I shouldn't be admitting the way your name sits in my mind like a command I can't disobey. But here I am, telling you that this file, this secret, isn't a danger. You are. You're the kind of danger a man like me was never built to survive. And yet I lean toward you every time, even knowing it could ruin us both. Tell me, what am I supposed to do when the one weakness I'm forbidden to have carries your face? You're not afraid of me. That's the problem. You talk to me like I'm not the man who controls empires, like I'm not the storm people pray to avoid. But you look at my darkness and call it yours. And when you do that, something inside me stops fighting. I don't want your fear. I want your defiance, your voice. The way you say my name like it was made for your mouth. You don't even realize how you undo me without lifting a single finger. This file isn't the real warning. I am. Because every second you stay part of my world, I want you more. Not in a soft way, not in a fragile way, in a way that doesn't let you go, in a way that claws into your breath and keeps my name haunting your nights. You think distance protects you? It doesn't. You're far, but your effect isn't. I still feel you like a shadow stitched to my chest, and the more I try to erase it, the darker it prints itself. If you open this file, you'll understand one thing clearly. There is no turning back now. Not for you, not for me. Your name entered a place where nothing disappears without leaving its mark. And I don't care how long you try to hide, how many walls you build, how many reasons you invent to stay away. I'll break through them all, because you didn't just catch my attention, you chained it. And I am not the kind of man who forgets the one who dares to hold him. So open it before it's deleted, before you lose the chance to see the truth I've stopped trying to bury, before I decide that if the world won't give me a way to reach you, I'll create one myself. You don't understand what your absence does to me. I speak into empty space, and yet it feels like you're right here, breathing against the places in me I swore were untouchable. I should have been able to forget you. Men like me forget easily names, faces, attachments. But you carved yourself into my silence so deeply that even the darkness whispers you back to me. I don't need you standing in front of me to feel your pull. The distance only sharpens it, only turns it into something far more dangerous than presence ever could. You have no idea how carefully I've watched every step you take away from me. You think disappearing makes you safe, makes you untouchable, but you don't know how I move when I want something, how quietly, how deeply, how relentlessly. You turned your back thinking the story ends there, but I followed, not because I'm weak, not because I'm lost, but because you are the one thing I refuse to let slip out of my hands, even if those hands were never meant to hold softness in the first place. You talk to me like I'm still made of reason, like I'm still the prince who weighs consequences before desires. You don't see what you've done, how you've turned logic into smoke. How you've undone the parts of me that kept the world at a distance. I'm not thinking in lines and laws anymore when it comes to you. I'm thinking in instincts, in hunger, in the kind of need that rewrites a man's nature. And I hate it. I crave it. I crave you. That's the worst part. You think this is affection? No. Affection is mild. This is obsession turned quiet, sharp and cold. The kind that doesn't ask for your permission. The kind that stays even when you run. I don't need your voice to reach me. I don't need your presence to shake me. You've imprinted yourself onto every corner of my mind until I can't tell where your shadow ends and my desire begins. And the more you pretend to walk away, the tighter I pull you back into the places you don't even realize you occupy. I want you to know something. Distance isn't a wall between us. It's a wire pulling me deeper into the parts of you you try to hide. You think you're protecting yourself by staying away, but all you're doing is feeding the fire that keeps you burning in me. You're not a memory I can bury. You're a pulse that won't die down, a whisper that keeps returning, a softness wrapped in danger, and I am the danger that refuses to let go of its softness. You can lie to everyone else. You can even lie to yourself, but don't lie to me. I see through the silence you throw in my direction. I see the fear you don't name, the longing you won't admit, the pull you pretend isn't there. You think I don't feel it. You think I don't know the effect I have on you. You forget who I am. You forget what I read in people, what I read in you. You're transparent to me in ways that should terrify you, and yet you keep coming back, even if only in my thoughts. That's enough to unravel me. You're not in front of me, but you're closer than anyone else has ever been, and that, your unseen presence, your unspoken defiance, your unwilling surrender, is what keeps me reaching through the dark for you. I don't need your body in the room to claim you. I just need the truth you try so hard to run from. You move something in me no one else ever touched, and no distance, no silence, no fear you carry will ever be enough to erase that. You don't even realize how loud your silence is. Every hour you stay away feels like a challenge you're daring me to accept, like you're testing how far I'll go before I break. But I don't break. I calculate. I wait. I tighten the pull around your name until you feel it in your chest without knowing why. You think you created distance, but all you did was give me space to want you in a darker, deeper way than before. And trust me, I don't let go of what I want. Not anymore. Not after you. You don't have to stand in front of me for me to feel you. Your absence hits harder than most people's presence. It drags something restless out of me, something I keep chained when the world is watching. But for you, those chains slip. I find myself speaking into the night as if you're here, as if you can hear every breath, every thought, every confession I don't allow myself to say out loud. You're not here. Yet I'm talking to you like your soul is pressed against mine. You should know one thing. Every time you pull away, I don't follow because I'm desperate. I follow because I choose to. Because a part of me refuses to let you disappear into a life where I don't exist. I'm not the man people walk away from. I'm the man they orbit around without understanding why. And you're the only one bold enough to turn your back and walk, thinking I won't notice. But I do. I notice everything when it comes to you. You don't know how close you sit to the edge of my control. You think I'm calm, composed, unshakable. And I am, for the world. But when it comes to you, something unspoken shifts. Something quiet but dangerous. I don't see people this way. I don't feel for them. But you, your name alone can tense or soften every part of me. You change the way I breathe, the way I think, the way I restrain myself. You change the way I want. You can try to convince yourself that the distance protects you, that you're being careful, that staying away makes everything easier. But tell me, why do you still feel me even when I'm not there? Why do you still react to my presence like I'm standing behind you, whispering your secrets back to you? I can sense the pull on your side, even when you pretend it isn't there. You're not strong enough to hide it, and I'm not gentle enough to ignore it. You don't have to speak for me to hear what's going on in your mind. I know the questions you bury, the hesitation you carry, the desire you swallow because you're afraid of what it might turn you into. You're scared of me, not because I'm dangerous, but because you know you'd give in. You know that if I stood in front of you right now, every wall you've built would fall without a fight. And you hate that truth as much as you crave it. You're far from me, but you're mine in ways that distance can't touch. That's the part you don't understand yet. You don't need to be in my arms for me to feel you. I feel you in the quiet, in the spaces you think you've escaped, in the pulse that refuses to slow down whenever I think of you. And I think of you more than I should, more than I admit, more than you'll ever be ready to hear. But one day you will. And when that day comes, you'll understand exactly what you awakened in me and why it will never let you go. You don't even know how many times I've stopped myself from reaching for you. Not because I don't want to, but because I want it too much. Your distance forces me to confront the truth I try to bury. There's something about you that strips away every layer of control I built over the years. You're not here, yet your absence sits across from me like a presence I can't shake. And I hate how much I feel you even when I shouldn't feel anything at all. You think disappearing keeps you safe from the way I want you, but you don't understand. Your silence is an invitation, not a barrier. Every moment you stay out of reach, you make me want to pull you even closer. You make me imagine the sound of your voice, the way you breathe when you're unsure, the way your words would tremble. If I ever told you everything I'm holding back right now, you're not in the room, but you're the only one I'm speaking to in my mind. You don't realize how deep you've already pulled me. I tracked your absence the way I track storms. Intense, unavoidable, dangerous. No matter how far you go, there's this thread between us that refuses to break. You think I don't feel when you try to detach. I do. I feel it like a shift in the air, like you tugged at something inside me you had no right to touch. And still, I let you. I let you reach places no one else even knew existed in me. You should know what runs through me when I think of you. It's not softness. It's not simple longing. It's something darker, something rooted so deep it refuses to loosen its grip. You're the one person who walked straight into the part of me I keep hidden from everyone else. And instead of running, you lingered just long enough to ruin every boundary I built. That's why I can't let you fade. You woke a part of me that doesn't sleep easily. You keep thinking you can outdistance a man like me. But I don't chase. I pull, I draw. I let the silence stretch until you feel the weight of my presence even miles away. And you do feel it. I know you do. There's no other reason your name still burns in the quiet places of my nights. No other reason I find myself speaking as if you're listening. Because some part of you always is. You're tied to me more tightly than you're willing to admit. You can hide your feelings behind caution and fear, behind excuses and distance. But I see through you. I see the hesitation, the pull, the curiosity you bury under your breath. I hear it in the way you linger, in the way you always come back even if you pretend it's accidental. You're not running from me, you're running from what you feel for me. And the more you run, the clearer it becomes that you're already too deep to escape. You're not in front of me, but that doesn't change anything. I still feel the echo of your presence like a haunting I refuse to exorcise. I still carry your name in my thoughts like it belongs there. And I still speak to you as if you're standing close enough to hear every unspoken warning in my voice. You've become the one truth I can't hide from, and the one desire I can't let go of. And whether you face it now or later, you will eventually understand. Distance can't undo what you've already awakened in me. You don't realize how your absence pushes against the edges of my control. I tell myself to stay silent, to stay distant, to let you fade if that's what you want. But I can't. Every time I try to detach, your name cuts through my thoughts like a command I can't ignore. You're not here, yet you linger like a shadow I can't step out of. And the worst part, I don't want to. I've had power over everything in my life except this pull toward you. You think you can slip out of my world quietly. You can't. You left traces, small, unintentional, impossible to erase. The way you breathed through your doubts, the way you questioned me with a softness you pretended to hide, the way you existed like you weren't meant to get under my skin, but you did. And now every distance you try to create only sharpens your outline in my mind, making you harder to forget, harder to release. You don't understand what you unlocked in me. I'm not used to wanting someone in the quiet, in the shadows, in the places no one sees. I'm used to control, to structure, to silence that follows my command. But you left fingerprints on the one part of me I don't show the world, and now I can't wash them off. They've become scars I don't want healed, scars that burn every time. You slip further away. You keep trying to convince yourself that staying away is the right choice. That distance will save you from whatever